We is back. We going in today, y'all. We is going in today. Charleston White back Conan. As expected. You know what I mean? You can only expect but so much from a clown. Make sure hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you can, donate to the platform. Cash App Baltimore swag. Yeah, we ready to get busy though. Gotta address a goofy. Wack 100 keep it. Wack 100 still at his attempts to separate himself from Luce Cannon and everything Luce Cannon got going on, but we ain't buying it. Nope, we ain't buying it. He keep having these people on stage that try to hold him accountable, but he won't talk to me though. As many times I've been on that stage, now I got an issue to address with him. They don't want to talk to me. They don't want to let me on the 100 stage. Wonder why. Sleepy back, what it is. I want to get on the 100 stage. I got some grievances to air out with Wack. You know what I mean? Let me get up there and talk. Wack 100. Yo, we gotta share the live, y'all, cause they not. Yo, share the live in social media, cause right now, y'all, they is not recommending our videos to nobody new. Yeah, we normally get subscribers every live. Last couple lives, no subscribers. You heard me? Which means they only recommending it to people that subscribe to the channel. That's how they rocking right now. It's cool though. I don't need to trip no more. I already know what I gotta do. Yo, y'all familiar with the kid Carmelo Anthony? Not the basketball player, not the one from Baltimore. But it's a kid. I think he in Texas, Frisco or something like that. Somewhere in Texas. Now, he got arrested for killing the kid. And you know, typically I stay out of this shit because it get political. But Charleston White spoke on it. And remember I told y'all who Charleston White is? I told y'all Charleston White is the black guy that love white people. You know what I mean? That's who he is, man. You know what I mean? He the Candace Owens. He's the black, ignorant Candace Owens. He speaks to stereotypes. And I told y'all, there's a large audience for this. For the people that think Charleston White is the fucking savior, there's a large audience for degrading the black community. They'll pay you handsomely for it. So from what I understand, and we're going to, matter of fact, before we're going to get into it, because I don't really know too much about the story. I know GoFundMe has been raised. I know they comparing them to Kyle Rittenhouse. Now I started working LeVar, so a lot of times we don't go live at 11. When they go live at 11 on my days off. But let me show you what we got going on. So we just try to get them in throughout the day. We went live earlier. I'm sure YouTube don't recommend it. You know, they fucking us over real good right now. What the fuck? Yo, Trump, this bitch tripping. Trump moves to cancel Social Security numbers of immigrants, label them dead. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Nigga Trump out this bitch on the war or the fucking rampage. Yeah, or the rampage for real. What's up with this guy, man? ESPN host Stephen A. Smith isn't dismissing the possibility of running for president of the United States in 2028. He just want to debate some motherfucker. But Stephen, sit your dumb ass down. You ain't gonna get a vote. Did y'all see this? A helicopter crashed in the Hudson River, y'all. Killed 6, including 3 children. Like, I don't know what kind of helicopter this was. I don't know if this is one of them, like tour type helicopters. That bitch fell straight out the sky. Rest in peace to them people, man. That's over in New York, Hudson River.
That's so sad. And look, I think those are stuck. Yeah, they had to stop. The boats.
All the boats had to stop. And then
that's GT.
The police is right there. It's right, yeah.
Damn. I wonder how that bitch just fell out the sky like that. That shit crazy. All these things just been seem to just be falling out the sky lately. That's the same video. Oh, okay. All right, Lo. Still talking.
Hell nah, like, bro, I don't got nothing against nobody. No Boosie. No.
Nah, shut up. I don't even want to hear y'all. Fuck him.
If you have to take a detour, please use patience and understanding here this afternoon as this rescue and recovery takes place in the Hudson River.
Yo, share it live, yo.
That one person has been confirmed dead. We do know that 2 other people were taken into rescue vehicles and to the hospital.
Oh, no.
All right. This is not the news that you ever want to hear. We can now tell you that all 6 people that were on this helicopter have died. If you have to take a detour, please. It never ever escapes me when we have to cover these types of stories on what you believe to be will be a normal day, and it turns out to be anything but. So this afternoon at 4:40, we can tell you that a helicopter went down into the Hudson River around 3:15 this afternoon, and we have now confirmed that the 6 people that were on board have all died. It never...
Yeah, that's devastating. But you got the parents of what's it called? Speaking out about Big
I
U.
wanted to say I'm so sorry for your loss. My heart really does go out to both of you. I mean, you know, your family's going through a really tough time right now. I know there's news that broke out that said that Big U was, you know, might have been involved in your son's murder. I mean, do you believe he's responsible?
I know for a fact he's responsible. There's no doubt in my mind. Mother's instance, I know he's responsible.
Why do you think that he did it? I mean, that's like the big question.
Because you don't like the word no.
Okay.
You don't want nobody to tell you no. Everything's supposed to go your way or no way. So I feel like my baby did something that you didn't like. And you did what you did.
What's up, Benji?
Now karma's at your door.
Do you think... I wanted to say I'm so sorry.
And so that was the mother of Rashawn. What the boy name was? I can't think of his name. Rashawn Williams, I think.
I wanted to say...
All right, yo. So let's get the bit. That's what I was talking about. This is.
You came to the hall and get some money for her money.
Quando and your mama right here, they just beat your mama. Y'all tell them that it's this game. I'm his real mama. You right here fight. That way you ain't no good enough. And yeah.
She's like, credit to the boy.
Yeah, she on the bed for the last couple of days. Try to call him mama down, baby.
I already know. Get on board shit, man. I already know.
I got tired of hustling. Mama couldn't pay the bill. Now she tired of struggling. Ever since I was a little walk a mile in my
Get up for some well.
yo.
Shoot her. What's up? What's up? Hey, Carly. Carly, man, bro.
Nice.
Cool.
She tripping.
She tripping, though. I don't know about all that, but she tripping. See, she got to calm down. She was finna talk to you in a minute.
Man,
See what?
push up and talk to you, man.
I'm telling you, you all that.
Mom, this what you got going on. Where your shoes at, Mom?
They folks, man.
Trap.
I know he's quick, and I don't do no smoking. I stay right here. And that's what it's all. You said, everybody knows that. Who can go wild with me? And you outside, you look at you smile.
That's his mother.
If I found out you was smoking, my mama,
Oh, he found out that his mother was getting high. That's fucked up. Like Quando Rondo, man. Quando Rondo a real little dude, man. Oh, but let's talk about this. Before we get to what we're talking about,
Hollywood.
Pimpin Ken takes responsibility for sending black men to prison by wrongfully glorifying his lifestyle back in the day. Real convenient now. Yeah, man. Talking that dumbass pimping shit. Remember, everybody wanted to be Pimpin Ken at one point. But this is how they do it. Yo, they glorify the ignorance. They glorify the bullshit. He creates followers. Now, at least he's taking the responsibility. You know, most rappers never take responsibility for the role they play in the bullshit.
Wood has always created the narrative for the black man. From Scarface to us wanting to be drug dealers, putting Scarface on the wall, to New Jack City, us taking over apartment buildings, to Pimps Up, Hoes Down, American Pimp, which I denounced on your show today. I totally denounced Pimps Up, Hoes Down because I think it sent a lot of young African American men to jail. This is Scarface.
Even though you were a part of it, you denounced it too.
Yeah, Hollywood has always created the narrative for the black man. From Scarface, I'm complicit, right? I take my responsibility and I say I was complicit in that activity because I was one of the stars of hip hop, Pimps Up, Hoes Down.
I remember Pimps Up, Hoes Down.
Myself. Right. If I knew that was a plot and a ploy, and if I knew how the system worked back then to incarcerate young African American men, I would have never participated in that, in that movie at all. I'm complicit, right? I take my responsibility and I say I was complicit in that activity because I was one of the stars of hip hop, Pimps Up, Hoes Down, unbeknownst to myself. Right. If I knew that was a plot and a ploy, and if I knew how the system worked back then to incarcerate young African American men, I would have never participated in that, in that movie at all. I'm complicit, right?
So basically, he was ignorant. He was ignorant, and he got tricked. But now everybody knows. So what's everybody else's excuse? Let me show you this little kid. Yo, this is what not to do if you dirty and you see the police. This is how you bring attention to yourself and end up getting booked. Look at Shorty. Look how scared he was. He supposed to be a gangster. Gangsters don't fold under pressure, Shorty. That's why I said these young boys playing. Look. Look how scared he is. Look how scared he is. Now, police are trained to pay attention to this type of behavior. So when the police walk up to him and question him, ask him what he's looking at or ask him, just question him in any kind of manner. Next thing you know, he getting searched. You gonna be like, damn, yo, they fuck with me for no reason. No, nigga, they fuck with you because you was nervous, nigga. You was nervous for no fucking reason. Mind your business. Keep recording your video. You shouldn't be sitting there. Yeah, but he probably was. More than likely he was, but this is not the reaction. If you out here dirty, you don't give this reaction. This is a guilty face. Police trained for that.
Yeah, bro, this shit feels like a fucking movie going on, bro.
Look. All right, so let me show y'all something, right? So let me show y'all something. So you got this situation going on with this little kid out in hold up, I thought I had some videos. This kid right here. Carmelo Anthony, and they compare him to Kyle Rittenhouse. Right? Now, y'all remember what Kyle Rittenhouse did. That's why I normally start these kind of conversations, because they get too political with it. He was in town and wasn't a resident of protesting. Was 17 carrying a gun, federal outlawed until age 18. Was attacked after warning attackers he would shoot. Killed 2, injured 1. Raised $586,000 from conservatives for his legal defense. Acquitted in self-defense. Now, he was at a track meet that he was supposed to be at. Age 17, carrying a knife. Was attacked after warning attackers he would defend himself. Killed 1. Conservatives want legal defense funds shut down or legally garnished. All right, right. I think I got more videos of it. Because I've been watching it the last couple of days. I just haven't reported on it. Let's go to YouTube. So this is the original report. This happened 6 days ago.
Teenager.
Hey, Zapta, what the fuck is you talking about? Did I say he didn't live in this town? I was showing fucking Kyle Rittenhouse. Like, don't make me lean on your dumb ass in here, y'all. You don't even know what the fuck you talking about. Come on, know your facts. I know he stabbed him. I said he stabbed him. He probably should have stabbed him, if you want to be fucking honest. But no, I only let me. I'm learning about this case.
Admitted to a Frisco police officer who detained him that he had stabbed Metcalf.
I don't give a fuck if you know the facts or not.
I don't really have words. I've tried to.
This is what the fuck these motherfuckers want to do. They want to do shit, then play victim. Because that's what it sounds like happened in this situation. Shorty brother did something. Now he want to play victim because Shorty stabbed his dumb ass. Warned him. Touch me and see what happened. He touched him again and he stabbed him.
That's when Anthony pulled out a black knife and stabbed Metcalf in the chest once before running away. When Anthony was taken into custody by a Frisco police officer, Anthony reportedly confessed to the crime, saying, "He put his hands on me. I told him not to," adding that, "I was protecting myself," and then asked the police officer, "Is he going to be okay?" Metcalf died in his brother's arms.
I'm not at that point.
Look, you see, they always do that. He died in his brother's arms. Like, the way that they report these stories is crazy. Like, why the fuck did we needed to know that? Like, we didn't. Only thing that matters is he lost his life. We don't give a fuck if he died in the arms of the medic. It don't matter if he died in his mother's arms. But they do this to try to gain sympathy. They don't typically do this when it comes down to black people and them being murdered. You got to pay attention to the way that they tell these stories depending on the people. All right, so let's get some more information. So that was 6 days ago. I'm sure more information has came out since then. And what is he charged with? First-degree murder? He better not be charged with first-degree murder. Because that don't sound like that was premeditated at all. He need to get out that time, Big Low.
Day under tighter security after a deadly stabbing last week. Good evening, I'm Steve Eager.
And I'm Heather Hayes. That event was relocated to Little Elm from Frisco with strict requirements for parents and for students. Fox 4's Alex Boyer has more on the event and on the criminal investigation. Alex.
Hey guys, and I can tell you that enhanced security presence was really obvious as soon as folks drove up to Lobo Stadium in Deep Elm. Spectators as well as student athletes had to undergo screening before they could even go in the front doors. There was was a very visible police presence at Lobo Stadium in Little Elm Monday. Student athletes and spectators were met by security personnel as soon as they walked up to the front doors. They had to go through metal detectors.
No, it's not. It's not wrong. It's wrong. A lot of people be wrong. Kyle Rittenhouse is wrong. A lot of people be wrong and don't get charged. It's not right is right, wrong is wrong. Yo, like that. No, it's not. It's not right is right, wrong is wrong. What was wrong is he shouldn't put his hands on that boy. What was wrong is he warned him, don't touch me again. Now, do 2 wrongs make it right? Who knows? But murder? Life in prison? I don't know about that. Kyrie living that fucking time, man. What the fuck is he talking about? I know the fuck he didn't. That man went across state lines with a motherfucking AR-15 or something, man. And won't y'all call me? For the people that disagree, and I'm gonna bring this to Charleston White bitch ass in a minute. You see this? Go to my Instagram. Call me. Let's talk about it. Yo, stop deleting people, bro. They can disagree. Let's talk about it, though. Don't disagree. Don't disagree and don't put your face to it. Let's talk about it.
And have their bags checked before being allowed inside the UIL track meet. Little Elm and Frisco police also provided more security personnel.
In one way or another, people begin to sort of do the Monday morning quarterbacking by saying, look, we should have, could have, and may have done the following things.
Dr. Alex Del Carmen is a criminologist who has been following the developments in this case. Last Wednesday, 17-year-old Austin Metcalf was killed after he was stabbed in the chest during a fight with 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony over what was said to be a seating dispute in the bleachers. Anthony has since been charged with first-degree murder.
Unfortunately, victimization can happen at any time, at any moment, even when we think that we are safe.
Monday also brought the first public comments from the attorneys representing Carmelo Anthony in a statement that said, in part, Carmelo and the entire Anthony family are sincerely saddened that a life was lost and offer their condolences to the family of Austin Metcalf. During this difficult time, we urge the public to refrain from rushing to judgment.
Maybe he needed a knife. Maybe he felt his life was in danger. Maybe it was instances leading up to this to make him bring the knife to the fucking track meet. Who just goes to the track meet with a knife? This is not a kid with a criminal history. It's not a troubled child. This is an isolated incident. See, but the problem is whenever they say a black face, they automatically think criminal. Sure, they ain't got no criminal history.
All the facts and evidence are presented. And with social media comments swirling about this case, community activists are pressuring Frisco PD to be transparent about the status of the criminal investigation.
The data shows that these acts of violence are random. And they don't happen, every day. Now, the question really is the community concerned enough to be able to, pay the taxes, pay the money, to have the security protocols that need to be in place?
And time will tell. In the meantime, I can tell you that Anthony remains in the Collin County.
I know his parents spoke out. I'm gonna get to Charleston White in a minute. I just want to gather my facts before I go in on this bitch ass. Oh shit, probably is. I think Texas
A relative of a Frisco teenager took to Facebook to defend him Friday. Kevin Hayes wrote that Carmelo Anthony defended himself against violent aggressors in a now viral Facebook post. He calls the victim and his twin brother bullies and claims they tried to take his belongings, broke his phone, and stomped on it.
I'm sure the defense would argue that he's a young man, he's scared, he's allegedly just been jumped by multiple people, and, he panicked.
Attorney Mike Howard.
It's going to be complicated, and it's going to depend on what the witnesses there say.
The arrest warrant says Anthony, a student at Frisco Centennial High School, was under Memorial High School's tent. The warrant says Austin Metcalf, a Memorial student, told him to leave. He says he told Austin, "Touch me and see what happens."
One of the prohibitions in self-defense is the person claiming self-defense cannot provoke the incident and then claim self-defense when they act.
The warrant says a short time
So what is he trying to say? By sitting under the other tent, he provoked it? By sitting under the other tent, he provoked the incident. Well, you go back to that post. Let's read that, because they just glossed over it. You know how they do. Let's see what the fuck that post actually said. What's this person's name? Kevin Hayes. Do we got? Let's go to Facebook. Let's find that post. Let's go to Facebook. Kevin Hayes.
Yo, Julie. He low-key fast. Number one low-key fast, dude. I might have to. If you play number two, I'm gonna have to lock in. I swear.
Man, this is a good kid, man. So they try to paint this boy to be a motherfucking criminal. It's a good kid, man.
You was not open, bro. Shut up. You not open, bro. Shut up. You not even open.
Come on,
you
man.
trying to talk like because I got the.
They trying to ruin this boy's life, man. They trying to ruin this boy's life. Trying to paint him out as a criminal. Let's see something. Where's that post at? Oh, photos. Where the fuck is that post? I really took it down. Took this shit down. It's not the same. What the fuck? It might not be the same person. I see changed his profile. Look. This ain't even a real fucking picture. Motherfucker put a motherfucking gun in his hand. You can tell that bitch is Photoshop. Look how big his hand is. Look how big this hand is compared to the other hand. Motherfucker done Photoshopped the picture of this little nigga. Look at this shit. Look how big this hand is compared to this hand. These people dirty, man. They try to pay show you out to be a motherfucking gangster. Get the fuck out of here, man. Where did Kevin Hayes do that? Can't even find that shit. That's all. We can't find him. Fuck it. Man, you know that shit ain't real. Whole shit
I'm
look
sure
fake.
the defense would argue that he's a young man, he's scared, he's allegedly just been jumped by multiple people, and, he panicked.
Attorney Mike Howard.
It's going to be complicated, and it's going to depend
No, yo, that's not
on what the
premeditated.
witnesses there
Premeditated is planned, calculated. That shit wasn't premeditated.
say.
The arrest warrant says Anthony, a student at Frisco Centennial High School, was under Memorial High School's tent. The warrant says Austin Metcalf, a Memorial student, told him to leave. He says he told Austin, "Touch me and see what happens."
One of the prohibitions in self-defense is the person claiming self-defense cannot provoke
You're giving them
the
a warning.
incident and then claim self-defense when they.
That's after
when
he
they
touched
act.
him the second
The
time.
warrant says a short time later, Austin grabbed
The first
Anthony
time,
to
I
tell
mean.
him to move, and Anthony pulled a knife from his bag and stabbed Metcalf once in the chest.
Anytime the alleged victim does not have a weapon, that makes it
United States
difficult,
murder all the
not
time.
impossible, but difficult for the suspect to claim self-defense.
In his Facebook post, Hayes describes Anthony as a respectful, well-mannered young man, a 4.0 student with multiple college offers, and a kid with zero criminal history. Anthony remains in the Collin
Trying to
County
ruin his
Jail
boy
on $1
life.
million bond. Reached
What?
by phone, his mother
How much?
with multiple college offers, and a kid with zero criminal history. Anthony remains in the Collin County Jail on $1 million bond. Reached by phone, his mother declined to comment. She said the family had not yet hired an attorney.
$1 million bond. Yo, but what is he charged with? You gotta find out what you're charged with, man. Let's listen to the father. Let's listen to Pops. What Pops had to say. You know, we want to get all angles.
My hope was to bring awareness so this tragedy doesn't happen to another family.
Okay, so Mr. Metcalf, it's JFF and then METCALF. You are Austin's father.
Yes, sir.
Easy question to start
Hi,
with.
race.
It's probably a tough one to answer, but how have the last 24 hours been for you and for your family and for Hunter?
That's 3 questions. So for me, it's not real yet. It hasn't sunk in. I'm just having to stay strong so we can handle all the things that need to be handled. Arrangements, people flying in, people coming from all over. So I haven't had a chance to really grieve yet. I know at some point when this is all over and we're able to put him in the ground, then I'll probably break down and grieve that way. But right now I'm really numb and I really don't feel anything. I just have to function, and I need to be there for my son and my family, and I need to make sure I set an example for my son.
How the fuck did he provoke it? How did he provoke the situation by saying, "Touch me and see what happens"? How does that provoke the situation? If he said, "Touch me and see what happens," that means he's responding to something that somebody else said. Provoking means you started it. He didn't start anything. He didn't provoke anything. What he did was respond. It was a reaction. It was an action to a reaction. Like, yo, people just be saying anything. Yo, like, yo, y'all be tripping me out. Let me tell you something, right? I ain't think Kyle Rittenhouse was guilty. See, I can be fair with this shit. But it's like a lot of people, they can't be fair with it. Whenever it's a black person, it's always he guilty. I ain't think Kyle Rittenhouse did anything wrong. I think Kyle Rittenhouse shot a warning shot, and he told them boys to back up, and he killed them. Now, why y'all can't be the same when it's a black kid? Ask yourself that question. Why can't y'all carry it the same way when it's a fucking black kid? If it was a white boy, if it was a white kid, y'all would have loved it. Y'all would have been quiet, mute, ain't said nothing. See, that's the difference between a lot of us and some of y'all. Some of y'all is deep down rooted racists. I can be fair with the shit.
Austin, obviously, is the son, and also Hunter, who you're talking about here.
Yes, sir.
Walk me through who Austin was to you. I know that you said so much about him, I think, in the last 24 hours here. Everyone else has said a lot about him, too, about how great of a kid he was. In your eyes, though, just as a father, who was
What you mean? Kyle Rittenhouse was not guilty for murder. He fired the warning shot. They chased the man all the fucking around. That's what happened, man. Like, I ain't one of them ones that's just gonna be just because he white. He did no, fuck no. I'm gonna look at the facts and I'm gonna come to a determination based off the facts. Yeah, he was wrong for going state lines. Yeah, he was wrong. But once he got there, and what happened after that, they chased him all around and all that shit, man. He was justified in killing them boys, man. White or not.
My boys are the biggest blessing in my life. God provided them to me. God's going to get me through this. I had a dream last night. And Austin came to me and said, I'm okay. He gives me peace. Doesn't mean I don't hurt, but it gives me great peace. So, one of the things, my son, Hunter, his ability to stay strong is a character to his brother. His brother, they had each other's back. They were tight. I've never seen a bond like that. Being identical twins, technically Austin was his big brother. Those boys were my everything. I had cancer almost 10 years ago. I wasn't supposed to live, but that was my why, to fight. And without those boys, I probably would have succumbed and gave in. But they were in my heart, and I fought hard because I wanted to be their father. I wanted to be there for them. Throughout the years they grow up, and so I can share my wisdom and share my mistakes so they won't do the same. Austin was an outstanding athlete, person, friend, loyal, loving. He would light up the room. He was such a leader, naturally. On that team, he would fire those guys up. He would step on that field. He would become a totally different person. His level of play was above most everyone else. He led the team. He was voted team MVP by his coaches and teammates. He's had multiple coaches, colleges contact him. He is one of the most outstanding. Him and his brother both have been athletes all their lives, from soccer to baseball to jiu-jitsu to football. They did it all, and they excelled every time. And I told them, you guys are so lucky because not everyone
what you
has
believe,
your talent.
But tell us what you believe, man.
Make sure you take that talent and harness it in the right way.
What you believe, Jay?
Austin was able to harness many things in his life. Loyalty to his brother. His love for all his friends and family. He was such an outstanding young man. I was so proud. I bragged on my children all the time. Anyone who knows me knows how much my kids meant to me. They were my entire world.
Yeah.
My world was a little shattered.
Other kid.
But I still have Hunter. And I always have Austin.
I know that the last day has just been gut-wrenching for you and your family.
Yeah, for real,
You've
you ain't lying.
spoken, obviously, to a couple of other outlets. I know Hunter's leaving. Do you need to say goodbye? Or?
No, I told him we're good.
Okay. We haven't really had a chance to talk to you about this. You had mentioned a few times that you had forgiven the suspect for what he did.
I do.
But we just informed you about these documents. And
that doesn't change anything. Okay. This has to do with me and God. God teaches us in the Bible. He talks about forgiveness. He also talks about revenge. Not for me to seek. God will take care of it. Karma, I believe in it. It's very unfortunate that this other child decided to make a bad choice that's going to affect him for the rest of his life. I have compassion for every human being. This is not, I want to make this very clear. This is not a race issue. This is not a black and white issue. I don't want someone stepping up on a soapbox trying to politicize this. I don't appreciate some of the remarks I've seen online that people say there was this fight and they don't know. They weren't there.
Yo, everything in the United States is black and white. Like, yo, people always try to, this is the United States of America. It's all black and white. It's all racial. Do it have to be like that? No. Do people want it like that? No, but this is the fucking country we living in. They make everything about fucking race whenever something like this go on.
I know the truth. So
how the fuck you know the truth?
Unless you were there, Unless you saw it, don't spread gossip.
Just to ask you this one question, like I had mentioned, the self-defense argument made by the suspect. What's your reaction to that if that's used in court or used?
As a defense attorney, they're going to try every avenue. That's their job. The truth will come out. There were too many people that were there that saw what happened. My own son told me what happened. There was never a punch even thrown. So I don't care. There was never a phone broken. We've never had contact with this individual ever. So unless you were there, I don't appreciate all the gossip and all the mistruths that people are speaking at this moment.
Is that shocking to hear or read, or at least hear from me, say that that's what he told police after that moment?
No, what do you expect? If you're caught, the best thing you're going to do is try to lie your way out of it. Now, I'm not saying he's a liar.
Straight up,
but the truth and the facts, justice will prevail. Has nothing to do with me.
I want to talk about the charity that the public has really shown, and obviously the complete wrapping of arms. I know that's some phrases that you always hear about when we talk about these situations, but you guys set up a GoFundMe, and a lot of people have really come to the aid of your family.
I am overwhelmed. I had no idea the response.
Now look, y'all.
This generated, and my hope was to bring awareness, so this tragedy doesn't happen to another family. I don't want a parent to go through the pain I have to go through.
So why the fuck you keep saying Jesse Smollett? Yo, I don't give a fuck. Yo, we don't give a fuck about Jesse Smollett over here. Like zero. Like fuck yo, all the way. You feel me? Like you can keep the Jesse Smollett comments, yo. We don't give a fuck about y'all. Like nobody claims him. Nobody fucks with him. Like I don't know what you want.
But I have to take care of what's left.
Oh, it's pictures with them together?
My friends, my family, my neighbors, the community, people I don't even know, my co-workers, everyone. We had a vigil last night at the church. It was full. It holds 1,700
So
people.
look, y'all. So right now what's going on is GoFundMe's on both these kids' cases is going crazy. Carmelo Anthony GoFundMe.
According to GoFundMe.com, help Carmelo Anthony get the legal help he deserves. We are raising funds to support 16-year-old Carmelo Anthony and his family during one of the most challenging moments
They
of their
took his
lives.
GoFundMe down. They took it down. That shit was at like 300,000. It was 160K 3 days ago. It was 270K 2 days ago. Now the other kid, GoFundMe, is doing about the same. What the fuck? So, an online fundraiser for Carmelo Anthony, the 17-year-old Texas high school athlete accused of murdering fellow student Austin Metcalf at a track event, has raised more than $270,000. Let's check with Austin. Let's see if Austin Metcalf GoFundMe is still up. Austin Metcalf GoFundMe.
According to GoFundMe.com, I am Jeff Metcalf.
Oh, he's still up.
My son, Austin Metcalf, was tragically stabbed today at a school track meet. They were not able to save him.
323,000 raised. Y'all see that? I wonder how he's still up. Let's see something. So his is up. They took the other ones down. I'm ready to get the car. I'm ready to get the Charleston White bitch ass in a minute.
Find it on
He's a bitch. I keep telling y'all he's a bitch. And people keep wanting to believe this fuck boy. And I keep trying to explain to y'all who he is.
And find it exclusively in professionally sourced listings. Don't miss out on the perfect home.
Don't all apps do that?
Not really. Download the...
Come on, man. How the motherfucking shit gonna be?
17-year-old Austin Metcalf has been sharing stories about him, but later this morning, we are expecting to learn more about what led up to the fatal stabbing from court documents today. Now, police here in Frisco, they do say that 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony stabbed Metcalf in the...
Now look, yo, this is not a bad kid, man. So obviously something happened. Like Shorty's not a fucking murderer. You know what I mean? Shorty ain't no murderer, man. Do we gotta go back to the videos again? Look at this kid. That we lost the fucking video. Look at this kid, y'all.
Carmelo Anthony, class of 2025, Centennial High School, Frisco, Texas. Nah,
this is not a gangster, man.
Number one, low key fast, dude. I might have to. If you play number 2, I'm gonna have to lock in. I swear. Hey, bro, I'm
Yo, United States murder all the time. What the fuck is the difference? Yeah. Yo, what is the difference?
They gonna try and throw deep shots though. That's the thing.
Hey, whatever, 916. What is the difference between United States murdering? They murdered thousands. What the fuck is the difference? Murder is murder, right? Or is it just murder if it ain't government sanctioned? I'm asking you a question. What is the difference between the murders that the United States sanction daily? Somebody explain that to me. What is the difference? Still lost a life.
You not open, bro. Shut up. You not open. You not.
I'm talking about murder, like you said. You said he's a murderer, right?
He trying to talk like because I got the mic on.
It's a lot of murderers out this bitch.
Hey, talk on that now, bro. Hey.
No, you can't answer the question because you know the answer to it. Come on, man. This ain't no motherfucking. Shorty ain't no murderer. Shorty must really felt like his life was in danger.
Yo, dude.
Shorty really felt like his life was in danger.
What up? I'll let y'all later. Y'all tell them bye, man. Bye. You gonna say bye?
Come on, man. That was probably 5 years ago. 5 years ago, he was playing Roblox. Probably still play Roblox. All right, so let me go to this fuck boy, Charleston White. So, yo, remember I told y'all, right? Yo, maybe he thought he needed it. Looked like he go to an all-white school. If I went to an all-white school, I'd probably carry a knife too. Fuck wrong with you? Fuck you talk about, man? Yo, this is America, man. If I went to an all-white school, I would probably carry a knife fucking too. Racism probably rampant, flooded, do all type of disrespectful shit. Like, yo, can we be real? See, the problem is, yo, we don't raise our kids on racism. That's the problem. Black people do not raise their kids on racism. Majority of my kids' friends probably white. But I don't know what the fuck the other kids being taught in their house. Because racism is taught. You're not born racist. You're taught that shit over a period of time. And if he carried a knife, obviously he thought he needed it. Why else would he carry it? Genius. Obviously he thought he needed it, right? Or did he carry it to go there and kill a kid? Like, come on, let's be fucking real, man. It's like, yo, white people, I don't do that shit. Like I said, I judge every situation fairly. Well, let's call me and talk about it. Since you're smarter than me, call my Instagram and let's have a conversation, smart guy. I bet you don't want to do that. I bet you don't want to do that. Bluffing ass motherfucker. Since you smart and I'm stupid, let's talk about it. Let's see who's the smartest. let's see who's smart and who's stupid. We can have a conversation about it. You don't want to do that. I make your ass look foolish on this bitch. Fuck as you talk about. Now let me show you a fuck boy. Oh, what I was saying is, remember I told y'all, right? I didn't come to the internet because of DJ Academics or any of these guys that's in the same field that I'm in. No, I didn't come to the internet for that. I came to the internet because of these type of guys. Let me show you the guys that brought me to the internet. These guys brought me to the internet. Officer Tatum. Now I can't stand these motherfucking clowns. This is a fucking clown. 3.4 million followers. Cold-blooded clown. Any black man that builds a platform by downing black people is a bitch. Is a bitch. You do not see white platforms built off downing white people. Only fuck boys like him. Check your bitch ass out. These are the niggas, y'all, that made Keep It G News a thing. Niggas like yo.
Race thing, and I think people need to stop trying to play nice guy and call it for what it is. I don't think it is helpful when white people try to be like, oh, we don't want to. They want problems with you though. They won't smoke with you.
Listen to this shit. Listen to this shit. This is a black man speaking on behalf of white people. like where the fuck do they find these guys at? Oh, I forgot. He said from Fort Worth, like Charleston. Is this what's being created in Fort Worth? Fuck boys. He's a fuck boy. You shouldn't know him. He ain't even, his demographic ain't even black people. Yo, it's white people that will pay handsomely to see black people down other black people, and he is a bitch. I tell him that shit to his face. I don't care if he's police or not. You, my friend, are a bitch. BITCH. All capitals.
It's helpful when white people try to be like, oh, we don't want to. They want problems with you though. They won't smoke with you. They raised $200,000 or something for this boy that killed the white kid, and by all measures, he was wrong. All you have to do is look up the law. He's wrong. You're under somebody's tent, which you shouldn't have been, right? They could have compassion and let you sit under their tent when it's raining. They could. They don't have to. They ask you to leave. You refuse to leave.
It was raided. How convenient? How convenient was it that they left that out? So Shorty tried to put you out the tent during the rain. He tried to push him out the tent in the rain. I'd have stabbed his ass too. Get the fuck off me, boy.
Then you say, touch me and see what happened to you. Therefore, he's planning to use deadly force against kids under the tent where it's raining at. And I guess they pushed him out of the tent, grabbed his backpack or something, and then he stabbed somebody in the heart. Anybody, unless you're looking for money and fame and you're a racist, wouldn't jump on the bandwagon and saying, I'm going to put money for a kid that killed another kid. Unless you're saying he's guilty, but I want to help his family.
Joe, how many times have we... Why he act like this the first time this ever happened? Kyle Rittenhouse garnered damn near $1 million. Why is he acting like this never happened? Like, I can't stand these guys. These are the guys that sent away. Yeah, I don't get it. That's not you don't. I don't give a fuck if they saying it for shock value or not. The point is they saying it. It's a fucking clown, man. He need to be ashamed of himself for being a bitch. I'd be mad as shit if yo was my fault. Punk ass nigga. Bitch ass nigga. So let me show you how this all correlates to Uncle Charlie, right? So those are the guys that brought me online. Him. Let me show you another one of the goofballs. How the fuck you spell them niggas? These fuck boys, I'm sure they spoke on it. Look how big their platforms is. All these motherfuckers, millions of views. All of these guys. All they do is down black people. This is Charleston White before Charleston White. Black men, 3.3 million subscribers. Only people subscribe to them is white people and black people that hate themselves. That's it. So for some reason during the pandemic, sure they spoke on it. Oh, they didn't get to it yet? For some reason during the pandemic, yo, they were sending me these fuck boys. And this would prompted me to say, yo, I gotta start speaking, yo, because these motherfuckers is lying. They lying. And they making a lot of money doing it. They lying, pushing stereotypes. That's why I say anybody that's pushing stereotypes, any black man that's pushing stereotypes to the world can't be trusted. So this is when Charleston White bitch ass come into play. I don't know who this guy is, but he got a video of Charleston White. Look, listen to this motherfucker. This is the guy that they love. This is the guy that people support. People think Charleston White is the fucking, I don't know what they think he is. I think he's a piece of shit. Charleston White is a sucker. First and foremost. Sucker. I would fight Charleston White to the death, yo. If somebody set that up, man, me and Charleston White debate / fight to the death. Somebody gotta die. Because this guy's a bitch. I don't like nothing about him. I don't like nothing about him, yo. We can set up a duel. Me and Charleston White fight to the death. We about the same weight, same height. See who wins. One of us gotta go. Cause with the world ain't big enough for me and Charleston White. Straight up and down, man. Going up what it is.
Charleston White on Carmelo and Metcalf.
No wonder God can't bless black people, because black people got a heart of retribution and vengeance and violence and anger. They want to get back at white people.
Yo, these boys, I can't get a fade. I can't get a conversation. Them niggas been ducking me, him especially. Been ducking me for 2 years online. All while pushing that bullshit. No, yo, because I don't like this, yo. Look what he doing. Look, what is he doing? Because it ain't about a difference of opinion. Even, this what you got to understand, yo. Even if everything he's saying is true, certain things better left unsaid. You don't hear white people or other races of people. You don't hear Hispanic people coming out talking against their fucking people. You don't hear it. It doesn't happen. It don't happen. Only people do this shit is fucking sellouts. Like Charleston White. He couldn't wait for this opportunity. He couldn't wait for this opportunity to sell out because that's what the fuck he is. Even if you felt like this, you don't say it. Even if you felt like this, you don't say it. You be quiet, just like everybody else do. Just like every other race of people do. You be quiet, you say nothing. Let it play out. It's America, bro. America's right about race. Blame America, don't blame me.
Them could get some things and we can't. Because Dr. King said, hey man, don't hit them back. Hey man, don't hit them back. And them people got way more. Now this group say, let's kill them. Let's kill them. But your kids, you hear about kids every day in the hood school getting bullied. But y'all don't have this much outrage for bullying. They have a no bullying month.
I don't give a fuck what you said, yo, Prada. You like this nigga? I don't give a fuck if you saying it for shock value. I don't give a fuck if you don't really mean it. The problem is he's pushing stereotypes. The problem is the things that he say justifies this. When you pushing stereotypes, it justifies mistreatment. It justifies mass incarceration. It justifies fatherless homes. He justifies the shit. I don't give a fuck if he mean it or not. Most of the things he say he don't mean. That makes it even worse. Why the fuck is y'all here saying shit that you don't even mean? Y'all, I slap Charleston White, man, in real life. Because he's a bitch and he's selling out.
Well, it's interesting what he's saying, but the bully thing, and I meant to say that in the previous video that I did.
I don't want to hear what he has to say.
They say you're mute. You know what I'm saying?
All the bullies. Talk to them today. Most of y'all, come on, cuz, OG, bullies. Come on, Crip Blood bullies.
Oh.
But now we want to kill the bully. When most of black children go to school every day and have to face a bully, why you think they got to wear Michael Jordan tennis shoes?
Yo, what the fuck does that have to do with the conversation? That has nothing to do with the conversation. Most white kids go to school and face a fucking bully, Charleston. See, this the dumb shit that he do. He don't know nothing. Fucking stupid. It's bullies in white schools. It's bullies in Hispanic schools. What the fuck do bullies in black schools got to do with this situation at hand? Absolutely nothing.
Now we got a problem with bullies, huh? We
Now
didn't
he's
have to
selling out, y'all.
told our kids to go kill the bully. We taught our kids how to stand up to the bully. No matter if it was two of them, fight both of them. But you don't put your life in danger to kill unless you got killing in you. But if you listen to kill music, you got killing in you. There's no way.
Kill music. So he's talking about rap and hip hop, kill music.
Right. I don't want to hear what you got to say. You probably pissed me off too.
I know a nigga stabbed the girl 93 times, but before he got to 93, he dropped the knife. She begged and she pleaded. He dropped the knife. But because he was abused and he had anger and he had rage inside of him for what his daddy was doing to him, he finished
There you go. There you go.
What's in you gonna come out of you. And good kids don't stab people to death, y'all.
So
that's really interesting.
He stabbed him one fucking time. And he asked the police, was he all right? Yo, where do these guys come from, man? Yo, this is not the black community. Yo, we don't do shit like this. He didn't mean to kill him. He only stabbed him once.
This is a kid with some trauma. Let's get the background story first.
Right.
Just because he out there in Frisco. Oh, black people, y'all wrong. And no wonder God got you cursed. I'm starting to think that curse on us is real. That the Hebrews say, this group hearts is tasteful. No compassion. I remember telling my brother one time, God will never let you out of jail, nigga, if you ain't got no.
I can fuck what you told your bitch ass brother, nigga. Your bitch ass, you's a rat. Fuck, nobody told you can fuck about your brother, nigga. Fuck you and your brother, nigga. Bitch ass, nigga.
We will see. It's a hard claim for self-defense, I think, right now at this moment, but we'll have to see what else develops from this.
Come on,
They both children. EPI. They both children. They got this boy that never been in trouble on a $1 million bond. Probably charged him with first. He probably facing life in prison. We need to find out how much time he faced before I get to this other video of this fuck boy.
Lil Ronnie brought death on himself. Y'all had all the compassion. But really, as a white kid, two little boys having some boy issues. And one little boy killed another little boy. You mean to tell me you black people ain't got no compassion for neither side? That's why you curse, black folks. That's why your situation, God is looking at y'all hearts. That's why your finances can't be increased. That's why your children won't go to the NFL. God is looking at y'all hearts. Black people, y'all ought to be ashamed.
Well, there's people straight out saying, and I've seen some in the...
Yo, this guy is diabolical. Yo, where the fuck did they find him? Take him back.
Dying and being murdered the way they're being murdered. They've been your grandchildren. Man, you cursing.
You know,
let me show you what else this fuck boy said. So he went even further in detail. Now, this is the same guy that disrespects people dead, family members, disrespects their parents, disrespects little kids. This is the same guy. But they all black though. But the minute a white kid get murdered, and it's sad, you know, I don't want to, you know, be like that, you know, because it is fucked up. Shorty lost his life. It's tragic. Yeah, but we're not going to sit here and act like what Shorty did was premeditated, and he's a cold-blooded murderer. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. Did he make a mistake? More than likely. Was he enticed? More than likely. More than likely. If he brought a knife to school, it was the fucking reason. Kids just don't walk around with knives. In Fresno. What's the crime rate in Fresno? Let's see what the murder rate is in Fresno, Texas. Wasn't that what that was at, Fresno? What is the murder rate in Fresno, Texas?
1 in 395. According to neighborhoodscoot.com, the chance that a person will become a victim of a violent crime in Fresno, such as armed robbery, aggravated assault, rape, or murder, is 1 in 395. This equates to a rate of 3 per 1,000 inhabitants.
Jesus Christ. Murder rate low as a bitch. How many people was killed in Fresno, Texas last year?
According to yourcentralvalley.com, Fresno, California, homicides in the city of Fresno are now at half.
Frisco, my bad. How many people was killed in Frisco, Texas last year?
According to DallasNews.com, Frisco's low crime numbers, he said, confirms how safe his neighborhoods remain. Last year, the city recorded 3 murders.
3 murders.
The one reported in 2023, police statistics show.
3 murders. 3 murders. So why do you have a knife? Why do you have a knife? Why do you have to have a knife in a city where 3 people are dying yearly? You talking about check it out TV? Yo, serious question. You got 3 people dying yearly. What do you need a knife for? He's not in a high crime environment. Yeah, it does seem pretty clear. He was getting bullied. That's what that tells me. It tells me he was being bullied. It tells me he was worried about something and he thought he needed to carry a knife. Let's see how many black people's in Frisco, Texas. What is the black population in Frisco, Texas?
7.9%. According to biggestcities.com, the racial demographics of Frisco are 65.4% white, 20.9% Asian, 7.9% black, 3.4% 2 or more races, 1.8% other, and 0.5% American Indian. Additionally, 11.5% of the population identifies as Hispanic. What percentage of Frisco, Texas residents are below the poverty line?
Is Frisco, Texas racist?
According to bestneighborhood.org, the majority race in Frisco overall is white, making up 58% of residents. The next most common racial group is Asian at 23.9%.
So I motherfucking hate groups over that bitch. Where's Frisco at? What town is Frisco in, y'all? What city? "11 sundown towns in Texas you should be aware of in 2024. Alvin, Texas. County, Texas. Comanche, Texas. DeLon, Texas. Shit's ridiculous. Still got sundown towns in fucking 2024. Shit's fucking sad. That shit ridiculous. Look like they got some hate issues down there. All right, look like the Indian community got a problem on that bitch. Cities in Texas with the most KKK members. Excuse me. Frisco, Texas, race issues.
According to bestneighborhood.org, the majority race in Frisco overall is white, making up 58% of residents. The next most common racial group is Asian at 23.9%.
Data shows Frisco ISD punished black students more than whites. Parents of black students in Frisco Independent School District say the district is finally addressing a complaint they've had for years. The Texas Education Agency asked the district to take action after data shows Frisco was suspending more African American special ed students than other races. The district found data showing all black students were suspended more than white. Leslie Fawcett raised her two sons in Frisco, one in special ed, one not. But she said both of her boys were treated differently than the white students. All of us have complained about one thing or another district policies, how they handle one thing or other with students, said Fawcett. Fawcett was not surprised by the data reviewed by the TA showing black students make up 11% of the student population, but account for 35% of out-of-school suspensions. It's something talked about quiet. Quite a bit at the school amongst African American parents. When I read it, I'm like, duh, said Fawcett. Come on, man. Shorty took that knife to school, man, because they was fucking with that boy, man. My bad. Shit. My bad, y'all. Trying to get it. All right, there we go. Two kids get into a fight. You get 2 days of in-school suspension, 2 days of out-of-school suspension. We're not talking about intent or if you're defending yourself. That changed. We're looking into the factors. We're going to go deeper into that before we just suspend the kid. And that boy probably facing all type of racism in that motherfucking town, man. His parents probably told him to take a knife to school. The fuck I'd have told my son. Man, you better take a knife, take some pepper spray or something. And let them boys play with you up there. So let's go to this fuck boy, Charleston White. Now that we got an understanding of what Frisco is. This fuck boy. What the fuck's the name of that damn platform? Charleston White was on Primetime with Austin Stein. Look what he had to say. What's up, Charlene?
Fathers issue, but we resent our mothers.
Why he always do this? Here go his talking points.
Carmelo Anthony.
Charleston White talking points. It's always black boys upset with their fathers and their mother issues. And yo, that was years ago, my nigga. That was years ago. Years ago, black fathers wasn't in the household. That shit is not as prevalent as it once was. Can we put that shit to rest? Please, Charleston. Is that all you got? Like, is that all he got in his arsenal? Like, yo, can we put that shit to rest? Every black man I know with children take care of. Every single fucking one that I know personally, like close friends, everyone. I'm saying black men with strollers. I'm saying black men with backpacks on with their kids on the back. I'm saying all of that. I don't know what the fuck Charleston White talking about. I swear I don't know what world he's living in, yo, but this is not 1992. This is 2025. But he have reiterated this talking point on numerous occasions, numerous platforms. Now he go up here with an outsider that more than likely has a whole audience of outsiders, and this is what he did. But this is the guy. Where the fuck is Real at? We need Real in here. But this is the guy that people, like I'm saying, he be saying some real shit. You know, he say things that people don't want to say. No, he say things that don't need to be said. He say things that make black people look worse. He says things that justify discrimination. That's what he does. It's self-hatred. Charleston White hated himself, to be honest. You heard how he talked. Always wanted to be down. He always wanted to be down. Yo, you cannot trust a person that always wanted to be down, man. Can't trust him. He never quite fit the bill. Told on his homeboy. 99 years. I know he deals with that daily. I know that haunts him, that he got his man 99 years. So he reflects the hate. He reflects the hate. That's what he does. Now he's on this platform with an outsider, speaking to more stereotypes, justifying the mistreatment, justifying the disrespect, justifying the exploitation. And why would this guy bring him? Yeah, we want Charleston White to talk about this. Charleston White's a bitch. I'd be glad when motherfuckers realize that, Sean Cotton.
Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah. My heart goes out to the family. They trying to make this a race issue, and this is a right.
His heart goes out to the family, but fuck Get Money Lil Ronnie's daughter. His heart goes out to his family, but fuck Get Money Lil Ronnie's daughter. King Von deserved to die. Julio mother was a horrible mother. She ain't take no account. These are his words, not mine, y'all. These are his words. If somebody needs to slap the taste out your mouth, man.
The wrong issue.
Okay. So no, real quick, I like where you're going on this because I'm not even trying to race bait or anything. People are making this about black and white. You see that they're trying to make this kind of like a Trayvon Martin kind of, they're talking about it, but where do you...
It is. Trayvon Martin was an angry black kid that had to be sent to his father because he lacked discipline, grew up in a home with his single mother. Any well-behaved kid...
Yo, at a certain age, right? At a certain age, it ain't really too much. If it's a father around, it ain't really too much the mother can do for him any motherfucking way. Rather he was troubled or not, bitch nigga.
Kid with manners that had respect of adults. Once George Zimmerman approached
Send to my
him,
Instagram.
whether he's right or wrong, as a child, this is an adult. You get off the phone with that fat ass girlfriend you trying to fuck. You call your dad and say, "Hey dad, it's an adult around here to just stop me." He says he's calling the police. Rather than doing that, he had an attitude because as young black males in this country, we have an authority problem because we're walking around angry, displaced from our...
Why do we got an authority problem? Where do the authority problem come from, Charleston? Let's see what he said.
Father's issue, but we resent our mother.
No, bitch, no. The authority problem comes from the disrespect, the treatment the police place on black people in the community. Yo, we get treated by police bad early on. Early on. Way before a lot of us even start to commit crimes. See, it's a bitch ass nigga right here, y'all. That's my IG right there. He's a bitch. Like I've been telling people.
Mothers.
That's true.
So we're a ticking time bomb. And Trayvon Martin could fight. So that's why I say you be careful approaching some of these young kids. What a 13-year-old will kick a 40-year-old's ass.
That's true.
And that's what happened in that situation. He underestimated this kid, and he was looking for trouble. But by law, he was right. And he was judged by his peers.
So he was not fucking right. He was not right by law. Like, yo, what is he talking about? Yo, that fucking George Zimmerman shit was a miscarriage of justice. Now, I told y'all how I feel about Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse was justified. George Zimmerman was pure racism. Miscarriage of justice completely. He had no reason. The police told him stop following the boy. Do we got to go back to the 911 call? Let's go back to the 911 call. George Zimmerman, 911 call. Yo, I can't wait to I bump across Charleston White. I just want to have a conversation with him. I just want to show the believers that Charles White is a fucking fraud. That's all I want to do. I don't even really want to put hands on him. I just want to show the believers that he is a fucking fraud. And you should be ashamed to follow him. Following him for this fucking long. Let's see what happens.
Hey, we've had some break-ins in my neighborhood, and there's a real suspicious guy. It's Retreat View Circle. The best address I can give you is 111 Retreat View Circle. This guy looks like he's up to no good, or he's on drugs or something. It's raining, and he's just walking around looking about.
Okay, and this guy, is he white, black, or Hispanic?
He looks black.
Did you see what he was wearing?
Yeah, a dark hoodie, like a gray hoodie, and either jeans or sweatpants and white tennis shoes.
Definitely. They didn't tell him not to do nothing.
He's here now. He was just staring.
Oh, he's just walking around the area?
At all the houses.
Okay.
And now he's just staring at me.
Okay, it's 111.
Yo, because you're staring at him.
Or 111.
That's the clubhouse.
That's the clubhouse. Do you know what he's near the clubhouse right now?
Yeah, now he's coming towards me.
Okay.
He's got his hand in his waistband. And he's a black male.
Weird,
How
bro.
old would you say he
He's
looks?
got a button on his shirt. Late teens.
Late teens, okay.
Mm-hmm. Something's wrong with
What's up, C?
Yeah. He's coming to check me out. He's got something in his hands. I don't know what his deal is.
Okay, just let me know if he does anything, okay?
Over here.
Yeah, we got him on the way. Just let me know if this guy does anything else.
Okay.
Paint him out to be a whole criminal. All he was doing was walking home.
These assholes, they always get away. Yeah. When you come to the clubhouse, you come straight in and make a left. Actually, you would go past the clubhouse.
Okay, it says on the left-hand side from the clubhouse?
No, you go in straight through the entrance, and then you make a left. Yeah, you go straight in, don't turn and make a left. Shit, he's running.
He's running? Which way is he running?
Yeah, he running because you fucking staring at him. So, Charleston White said he was a gangster. Shorty is running. Charleston, your bitch ass. He tried to run from this man. It's not a troubled kid that had to leave his mother to go with his father because he had misplaced anger. This was the kid that was running for his fucking life, bitch nigga.
Entrance of the neighborhood.
Okay, which entrance is that he's heading towards?
The back entrance.
Are you following
Man, Joseph, a whole bunch of dumbass shit.
Yeah, okay, we don't need you to do that.
Okay.
Alright, sir, what is your name?
George. He ran.
Alright, George, what's your last name?
Zimmerman.
And George, what's the phone number you're calling from?
407-435-2400.
Alright, George, we do have them on the way. Do you want to meet with the officer when they get out there?
Yeah.
Alright, where are you going to meet with them at?
If they come in through the gate, tell them to go straight past the clubhouse and straight past the clubhouse and make a left. And then they go past the mailboxes. You'll see my truck.
Okay, what address are you parked in front of?
I don't know. It's a cut through, so I don't know the address.
Okay, do you live in the area?
Now, we ain't gotta watch no more. I just want to show Charles White know what the fuck he talking about. Let's go back to your bitch ass. Sellout ass, nigga. These crickets, I told you, yo, it's selling out is profitable. If you sell out the black community, yo, they will pay you handsomely. They will pay you handsomely to sell out the black community. I don't know why it's so profitable. You know why? I guess I do know why. Because like I said, it justifies the mistreatment. It justifies the police brutality. You know, it justifies the bullshit.
You're judged by your peers.
Well, what do you think's going to happen in this Austin Metcalf thing? You think he's gonna
Metcalf had to go. Well, now that boy going to jail.
Carmelo Anthony's going to go to jail.
Carmelo going to jail because listen, you cannot bring a weapon to school.
Yeah.
So you can't say I was.
What if he says self-defense?
There's no self-defense because if you are afraid the day before, where you have to take a weapon to school, why not notify your parents? Parents, you notify the school teacher. School teacher that's bringing these kids in here and resolve this issue is called conflict resolution.
How the fuck we don't know none of that happened? Like he's just talking. You don't know if any of that happened. It could have been a long history of mistreatment. We just looked at the city. We know what the city about. We know what the city about. We know the city is built on racism. We know it's only 7% black, 65% white. We just heard about the schools and the mistreatment that's going on in the schools with the black kids and how black kids getting suspended more than the white kids. We just learned that. So what the fuck is he talking about?
Resolution. We was taught in homes that has morals and values, you tell the teacher. Somebody fucking with you, you tell the teacher. Let the teacher know. So when y'all have an altercation.
We was also taught too, yo, you don't let nobody put their hands on you. You see what he do? He only tell the part that make us look bad. Yeah, we was told that. But we was also told, yo, don't let nobody put their hands on you, man.
You're clearer than you're covered. Documentation beats conversation. So where's the documentation to say this is self-defense? It's a premeditated crime because you took a weapon in fear, anticipating to use it.
Yo, that's not how that works. That is not how premeditation works. I don't know who the fuck told him that. That is not how premeditation works.
Premeditated though.
It is at a track meet. You getting ready to run track with other kids and you got a knife on you. No, man, you got to go to jail. You got to go. There's no so when is it our right to kill the bully? I don't give a fuck what the bully did. He don't have a right to die.
No.
Man, you weak man. That's why I say teach the kids how to deal with bullies and this won't happen. We're all not equal. Even
why don't you teach the parents to deal with their bullying children? Like, yo, that message goes both ways. But you see how he is. Still putting the pressure on the black kid. He's not being equal in this. How about parents teaching kids not to bully? He's very wrong. Call me, Bryant Pastor. Call me Instagram. Let's talk about it since you think you're right. Right here. Anybody think Charleston White right? Call my Instagram. Let's have a conversation. Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb so I can answer when they come through. Let's talk about it. And nothing but a conversation. Stand on it.
in nature, you can be feeding a flock of birds. There's going to always be one bird to come in and take the food from the... This is nature. Yeah. You cannot get rid of bullies. Teach the kids how to deal with them. Bullies build character. You go to work, it's going to be a bully supervisor, a bully
Yo, this
co-worker.
nigga is crazy.
You cannot get rid of the bully. Teach our children conflict resolution. Everything don't have to end in violence. But when you come from the black culture, everything is disputed.
Hey, Jill, what are you talking about? The other kid was the one that they saying he was bullying. So what are you talking about, Jill? Jill, that makes zero sense.
In violence.
Yeah. That is the problem, though. That's how you...
It's the culture.
That's the culture.
Look, there you
That's
go.
how they solve when you have a serious
There
issue.
you go. It's the culture. It's the culture. You know, repeat it. It's the culture. Who the fuck is this? What is this he got on his fucking desk? Why is that even there? Should need to be removed. Right. Kids definitely do commit suicide from bullying. But Charleston White said you need the bully. The bully builds character. This nigga's a fucking clown. I don't know where the fuck they came from. It's not the culture.
They don't even contemplate trying to talk it out.
We teach a no snitching rule, right? So our kids are walking around with these mafia rules, codes, and ethics of the streets.
There you go. Lying again. Lying again. Yeah, I showed y'all 2 American rats. Julian Assange and Edward Snowden. America wanted them people dead, man. Snitching is not about the streets. It's about minding your motherfucking business. It's about people getting in trouble for what the fuck they do. It has nothing to do with the streets. And this is coming from a rat. So, of course, he's going to say that. Because he's a rat. He's been a rat for a long time. That motherfucker was born a rat. He looked like Master Splinter a little bit.
That's held over children about no snitching. So now I have to take a weapon because I don't want to be a snitch and kill another kid. Oh, it's a simple solution. Go tell the teacher. Tell you.
Yo, he don't know none of this. Yo, you don't know none of the details. Yo, what if he did tell a teacher? Like I showed y'all, we just learned about the schools and the problems that they having in the schools with racism. The black kids are being suspended 35% more than the white kids, and they only 11% of the population.
Your parent.
He was born rat.
It's a simple solution.
I know, but
tell, motherfucker, tell.
But what sounds crazy, I know it sounds so easy, but the thing is, even for
yeah,
the
y'all
criminal,
see, that's what I'm saying. They trying to put this shit on black people. Yo, Black people are not the most dangerous people in the United States. Yo, do we gotta go to the FBI most wanted list again? We go to the FBI most wanted list, you won't find one Black American on there. Not one. But since it's exploitation of Black culture or exploitation of Black people in general, they build this perception and say, yo, Black people are the most dangerous people in the world. Let's go to it. Let's go to the FBI most wanted list. Top 10. Let's see if there's a Black American on it. FBI most wanted list, top 10.
According to Wikipedia, on May 19, 1996, Leslie Ispenrod became the first person on the FBI 10 most wanted fugitives list to be apprehended due to the FBI's then new homepage on the internet.
FBI most wanted. What the fuck is this? Top 10 most wanted fugitives. Look at this. It's not a fucking blackface on this motherfucker. This guy is Haitian. It's not a Black American. He's Haitian. I did this already, Jill. Look at his name. Birthplace Haiti. It's not a Black American. Black people aren't the most dangerous people in this country, y'all. Contrary to what the narrative that they want to paint. It's not reality. It's fabricated. It's fictitious. We learned about him. Remember we learned about Joe right here? This guy was a figure skater. He was a figure skater. Now, he's a motherfucking cartel boss. About white as snow. But they don't talk about him, though. 4 murders. Don't nobody talk about him. What's up, Reza? Conspiracy to distribute and possess with intent to distribute controlled substance. Conspiracy to extort cocaine. Continuing criminal enterprise. Murder in connection with a continuing criminal enterprise and drug crime. Attempted to commit murder in connection with a continuing criminal enterprise and drug crime. Come on, man. Let's keep that shit real, man. This nigga's a bozo.
Commit an assault. If you stop him before he does the assault, then they don't have to go to jail as long. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we are the most forgiving. We are the most forgiving people on the face of this fucking earth. No, it's not a group of people on this earth more forgiving than Black people.
Time grabbing a weapon, because most kids who grab a weapon from the first time don't kill people.
Yeah, of course. You bring a gun a couple times before you shoot it.
And if I was being bullied and I'm in self-defense, even though he have an undeveloped brain and he's impulsive, why run?
I don't know.
Why get rid of the knife? You're showing criminal intent.
Yo,
why throw the knife away where they can't find? He wasn't found with the knife in his pocket. He wasn't sitting down with the knife in his hand, ready to explain what happened.
Fear, dumbass. Fear. Yo, fear and adrenaline that had you doing things that you might not do. But he admitted to the police he did it, and he asked, was Shorty okay? He didn't want to kill him. His intent wasn't to kill. I think Black people are more accountable than any other group, race of people on this fucking earth. Black people take accountable for shit that ain't even our problem, shit that we ain't even create. I don't know who the fuck told you that, dumbass. Let's talk about it on Instagram. Call me. Let's see if that argument holds up in a conversation.
Yeah. So, but do you think that he had some sort of predisposition to wanting to murder? Is that what you're saying?
No. Children don't wake up to kill because they don't have the brain capacity, the brain development to say, I want somebody dead. Children are impulsive. This was a tragic incident where a kid who don't have emotional intelligence acted impulsively because he comes from a culture that promotes, propagates violence.
Yo, that is bogus. Yo, he telling this shit to all these fucking white people. Yo, do we gotta go back to the kid again? Do we gotta go back to the kid? This is the kid he's talking about. This is the kid he's talking about.
If you play number 2, I'm at.
This is the kid he's talking about.
Centennial High School, Frisco, Texas. Nah, he low-key fast. Number 1 low-key fast, dude. I might have to. If you play number 2, I'm gonna have to lock in. I swear. Hey, bro, I'm what you think.
What is he talking about, y'all? Listen to this kid talk.
They gonna try to throw deep shots though.
This is a well-mannered kid.
I got number 2.
I think there's a reason he did it.
You was not open.
I don't think it's first degree murder.
You're not open, bro.
I think this is a situation where
not even open. He's trying to talk to like because I got the mic on.
Hold up, y'all. I think this is a situation.
Hey, talk on that now, bro. Hey. What I say? Look at that. Hey. Oh yeah, D.
I think it's a situation where Shorty had problems at that school. It's only 7% black, 65% white. He had problems. What's up, Rudy? And he was fed up. And Shorty pushed him at the wrong time. But Charles White is a bitch. You know, I gotta keep make sure we throw that in there. Because, yo, even if everything he's saying is true, let's say Charleston White is 100% accurate, which he's not. But let's just say he is. Yo, you don't get on an all-white fucking platform with 325,000 subscribers and say that. I guarantee if you go to the comments, let's go to the comments. What happened in that case happens every day between black males. If they were both black, would we be talking about it? Like Charleston White said, it's right and wrong. He's 100% correct. What happened to that female black high school track runner who hit another track runner with a baton? He was skipping school. He wasn't even supposed to be there. Telling the kid simply, hey, bro, this is our tent. You're not supposed to be over here. That is not bullying. This is all about race. Crime statistics prove it. Crime statistics prove it. And if people are tired and finally speaking up. Also, rap music over the last 40 years have destroyed morality in those who listen to it. Charles White is 100% right on. This is why Charleston White is dangerous. This is why I keep my foot on his neck. Love Charleston White. He speaks the truth. We need more black men like him to speak up for what's right and wrong. The fact that people have donated over $300K for the killer is so insane to me. Like, this is why he's dangerous, man. Black Lives Matter needs to stay the fuck out of this. Black Lives Matter getting into this shit, I won't speak on it again. Black Lives Matter don't speak up for black people. Yo, Black Lives Matter is the LGBTQ movement, bro. They'll never speak up for black people again. They is not the black movement. What's up, Sharice? Man, mad as a bitch that we got this fuck boy always saying something stupid. And nobody questions the dumb shit.
Every day, all day, kill, kill, die, nigga, shoot, kill, kill. You can't take this in, and you lack training. You lack morals. You have to have a foundation
it's a reason.
of a value system to listen to this type of shit all day long, and you don't have no emotional intelligence where you've been taught to say, man, when you get angry, think.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath. So he was anticipating this to happen. That's why he had the knife, and we had this outcome. He didn't want to kill nobody.
I don't think he wanted to kill anybody. He almost kind of manifested it, though, just by his culture, that him around it, having...
Look at this motherfucker. Look at this shit. Yo said he kind of manifested it, because of his culture. What the fuck do this bitch nigga know about black culture? This is diabolical. Charleston White gotta be stopped, man. For real. He detrimental. I've been telling people, he is detrimental. Intentionally detrimental. Because Charleston White not stupid. No. Yeah, it's exploitation, yeah. Let me tell you something, right? And I said this before. There is ignorance in the white community. There is ignorance in the Hispanic community. There is ignorance in the Asian community. But their ignorance ain't marketed. The only ignorance is marketed is black ignorance. I can go to the trailer parks. And record everything that I see. Post it on YouTube. Start a whole page, blow it up. You're gonna look at the white community different. If you see it's riddled with drug abuse and incest and those type of things, you're gonna look at it differently. Or is it really black people creating it? Or is it black people just the face of it? And somebody else is pulling the strings? Are they really the puppets or the puppet masters? You can go to the Asian community. They got gangs with tattoos on their face. Oh my God. Oh, all right. I thought YouTube comment guideline. I thought you was trolling again. It's exploitation, man. That's really all it is. It's exploitation. I mean, I can show you the worst of any community. And if I promote it enough, eventually, when you see them people, that's what you're gonna think. If I promote rural America and the alcoholism and the drug problems and the abuse between men and women, if I promote that to you, if I put marketing dollars behind it for 50 years, eventually, when you see them people, that's what you're going to see. That's what you're going to see. Because, you know why? Because perception is reality. That's why Charles White is a bitch. Because he puts out falsehoods, or he puts out stereotypes. So for people that's watching that don't know, it becomes now their reality. It's their reality. When they see black people, they see a gangster. They see a thug. They see a YN. Like they say. They don't see 4.0 GPA like Shorty had. They don't see 4-star athlete like Shorty was. They see thug. They see culture, drill music. And then you got Charleston White, who's a bitch, gets on this platform with more than likely a 80% white audience, and he says some of the wildest shit out of his mouth. Right. Black on black crime ain't even a thing, man. Everybody kill who they live next to. If you're in a black community, who the fuck else are you gonna kill? You're gonna kill more black people. If you're in a white community, who the fuck else are you gonna kill? If it come down to it, you're gonna kill a white person. They marketed black on black crime just like they marketed the war on drugs. I showed y'all. Remember that video I showed y'all? Do we gotta go back to that before we get the Wack 100 clown ass? How they marketed the war on drugs against people? How they put out these wild ass numbers and said that a crackhead got to commit 400 crimes a year with no basis, no calculation as to how they even came to this number.
Accidentally, I got a nephew that goes to school out there.
Mm-hmm. At Frisco? It's reality. They push stereotypes.
Not to paint this kid in a bad image. This is why I used to tell my son, because I got a house full of guns. And I saw my son on Instagram one time with a blunt in his mouth. He was 14 years old with my gun.
I don't get
distracted. I told him I better not ever see you because I'm trying to prepare this kid to go to the military.
We talk about everything.
You don't, man, take that shit down. Because that imagery, you can't take it back. So here he is. He got a video. He got a photograph, whether it's a real gun or not. That image is gonna destroy him in court.
It is. They're gonna.
You better not go to Collin County, where it's a predominantly white area, where these law-abiding, upstanding citizens have a heart for this white kid who was killed.
Law-abiding, get this bitch nigga off my screen. He's a bitch. You don't never hear him talk about that about black people. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. How they trick people into this mass incarceration shit. How they trick people by giving you fake numbers. They gave us fake numbers and said, yo, these crackheads gotta be stopped. They're committing all these goddamn crimes. It's out of control. It's all exploitation, man, at its finest. I don't even remember which video it was. War on drugs. Here you go. Is this it?
Much of Baltimore's crime problem is caused by drug addicts and drug dealers. Some officials estimate that 80% of personal property crime is drug-related. But Jack Bowden reports that in Baltimore City, law enforcement has been winning some major battles in the war on drugs.
Drug dealers operate openly on many streets in Baltimore, often using...
Hey, Dre, Jay, what the fuck is you talking about? I don't portray myself as anything. I know what it is versus what it's not. It's not about me portraying myself as a victim. It's about what really... Look at this shit. And you tell me, was this right? This was 1984. The middle of the crack epidemic. Look at what this guy does that worked for one of these fucking agencies. Listen to this shit.
What appears to be innocent handshakes to exchange drugs for money. But the dealers use many other techniques as well. This car full of people, secretly videotaped by us, is actually like a mobile drugstore, police say, with the roof used as a counter across which drugs and money change hands. Lots of drugs and lots of money. Undercover police, who also videotaped this operation, eventually moved in and shut it down. But similar drug transactions are repeated every day in every part of Baltimore. However, the arrest and conviction of drug dealers during the past year exceeded previous years. Police Commissioner Frank Battaglia established a special narcotics task force in 1981. Since then, the police have made 24,000 drug arrests, but almost half of those arrests were made last year alone.
Dang.
And I feel that by continuing on the drive with narcotic, we're reducing our crime. We'll come in again this year with about a 6% decrease.
The average heroin addict commits 248 crimes a year.
The average heroin addict commits 248 crimes a year. Now, where the fuck did they get this from? Where did this number come from? Now, listen to the guy explain it.
5 days a week to support his or her habit.
I couldn't remember. I said I know the exact number.
$100-a-day habit. He needs $36,000 a year in order to support that habit.
Listen to him.
$1,000 a year in order. An individual with a $100-a-day habit, he needs $36,000 a year in order to support that habit, which means he has to steal over $100,000 worth of goods.
Where the fuck did he get that from? Where the fuck did he get this number from? Like, what math goes into that? So there's no way possible they can have a job. No, hell no, they got to steal. This is the fear mongering shit that they did on the news to convince people that, yo, we need tougher law on crime. We need tougher law on crime.
Captain Joseph Newman, who as commander of the Vice Squad runs the police commissioner's narcotics task force, points out that among those arrested last year were 15 of the city's major drug dealers, equal the number arrested in the 2 previous years combined.
And I think
that. Hey, Jay, where you from? What city you from? I think people do blame it on the government. What city you from, Jay? Hey, Reza, what ain't it? Shorty picked on him. He told him he had to move. Shorty told him to stop him. He told us, don't touch me again. What you mean we gotta do better, bro? Like, yo, niggas be saying anything. Yo, we don't commit most of the crimes. Yo, let me show you something. Like, yo, niggas just be saying anything, yo. Fuck you mean we gotta do better? Everybody got to do better. Where the fuck is this fucking kid at? Y'all be saying anything, man. Y'all know about the kid in California that was hanging with the gang members? That got probation with the gang members called life? Are y'all familiar with that case? Look at this.
Look, man, don't tell me nothing. We still got kids like this getting probation even after they admitted they attempted to unalive a person by drowning them. John Sharon 15 will serve probation and around 700 hours of community service after he copped to attempted murder and assault with a dangerous weapon charges in December. He will also be required to attend online educational classes and get this, write an apology letter to the victim.
Yo, I don't know what you're saying. Yo, you say we gotta do better. Yo, we talking about a specific situation. Do better as far as what? We talking about specific. Everybody gotta do better. Of course, yo, we got issues in the community. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a specific situation, bro.
Want to hear nothing if brothers is on the train minding their business and get attacked by 5 white teeth. One of the guys said, who cares? It's only a nigga. Another one said, why are we making such a big deal over a crackhead nigga? I don't want to hear nothing. When one of them pleads to aggravate.
Let me show y'all another situation. Maybe y'all forgot about this. White gang member gets probation. Guess he's dropped off, remember, huh? Y'all forgot this story? Fuck that shit at. Fuck that story at. What the fuck? How can I find that shit? How the fuck can I find that case? I'm gonna find it. White kid who was hanging with gang gets probation.
According to PBSSocal.org, Christopher Belter pleaded guilty to raping and sexually assaulting her alone.
Not that. I don't know what the fuck that is. Influencer. Ethan Couch. Ethan Couch. Y'all familiar with Ethan Couch? Is that the case? No, that's not it. It's not either. Oh, here you go, right here. It was cleared in South LA. What's shorty name? This kid right here. Y'all familiar? Y'all not familiar with this case? Or this too old for people? Cameron Terrell. Let's find out what happened with Cameron Terrell, y'all. Cameron Terrell. The story of the Rollins of Cameron Terrell rolling 90s Crip. Y'all familiar with this story? Check out what happened with him. See, this is why I don't be giving a fuck. This is why I be fighting so hard, because this is the type of shit that we dealing with. And we so fucking stupid. We be so willing to just throw our people away to the fucking prison system.
In this episode, I will be discussing
the
story of Cameron.
This is what happens when they fuck up.
Terrell, also known as Milk or White Boy from the rolling 90s neighborhood Crips, which is a gang located on the west side of South Central Los Angeles. The facts of the case are as follows. When the average person thinks of South Central Los Angeles, the things that often come to mind are crime, poverty, and gangs. But just outside of the boundaries of South Central lies an abundance of wealth. A few miles north are the streets of the Hollywood Hills and Beverly Hills. A few miles west lies the beach cities of Santa Monica, Venice, and Marina del Rey. And just a few miles south are the upscale cities of Rolling Hills and Palos Verdes. Normally, these two worlds don't mix. But in 2017, a young man named Cameron Terrell made national headlines when he crossed that boundary and stepped into the rolling 90s, which is one of the most reputable gangs in South Central Los Angeles. Palos Verdes is an upscale city filled with cliffside homes, top-rated schools, golf courses, and country clubs. Cameron Terrell was raised here. His mother, Deborah Terrell, is an interior designer with a list of wealthy clients. His father, Donald Wayne Terrell, is president of New and Improved Media, a media consulting company based in El Segundo, California. The Terrell family lives in a 4,000 square foot home that is valued at around $1.8 million. They would often take lavish vacations and attend parties thrown by their wealthy clients and neighbors. Cameron drove a black Mercedes-Benz, wore designer clothes, and was given a healthy allowance. Cameron attended Palos Verdes High School, which is one of the top-rated schools in Southern California. By all accounts, the Terrell family was living the American dream, but behind closed doors, the family was in turmoil. Cameron and his parents didn't get along, which led to daily arguments. Cameron began to rebel against his parents and would often run away from home. There are a lot of rumors regarding Cameron and how he initially connected with people in South Central. Some say it was through drugs, and some say it was through social media. But one thing is clear.
You should already know the point then.
He became infatuated with the streets. Cameron became good friends with one of the boys there. He would stay at his house for days, weeks, and months at a time, and would even call the boy's mother Mom. Sometime later, the boy was being courted by the rolling 90s Crips and told Cameron he should also join. Cameron jumped at the opportunity, and shortly afterwards, the two boys were initiated into the gang at Jesse Owens Park, which is a stronghold of the rolling 90s. Cameron dove headfirst into the gang life. He was given the nicknames Milk, White Boy, and Bright Eyes. He would get clothing made with his gang and nickname in large letters. He even got a tattoo of the Washington Nationals logo on his chest, which is a logo the rolling 90s adopted to represent Western Avenue, a street that stretches through the heart of their territory. It's safe to say that Cameron adapted to the gang lifestyle as the years went on. He was from Palos Verdes, but he called South Central home, and the rolling 90s embraced him. It's been said that Cameron was no stranger to crime, and he indulged in everything the gang lifestyle had to offer. Things like drugs, robbery, and murder. On the morning of October 1st, 2017, Cameron and 2 other young men were riding in his black Mercedes-Benz. The group was armed as they entered the territory of a longtime rival gang, the A-Tray Gangster Crips. The rivalry between the Rolling 90s Crips and the A-Tray Gangster Crips goes back decades, and fights and shootings aren't uncommon between the neighboring gangs. Around 11:26 a.m., a 21-year-old man named Justin Holmes was walking down the street with 2 other people. As the group walked down 78th Street towards Western Avenue, they were approached by 2 men. The 2 men asked him what gang they were from. Holmes replied that he didn't gangbang. One of the men pulled out a chrome revolver from his sweater and began to open fire. Holmes was shot as the 2 people with him ran away. The suspects ran to a waiting black sedan and fled down an alley near Western Avenue. The 2 people that were walking with Holmes ran to a nearby store and called for help. They then returned to the scene of the shooting and stayed with Holmes until help arrived. He's off campus. Cameron pled not guilty to all charges, and his trial began on July 3rd, 2018. Cameron was represented by an attorney named Javon Blacknell. Blacknell told the court that Cameron was a good kid from a good home, and the case was a result of blatant overcharging. He went on to say that Cameron didn't know the 2 men were armed when they entered his vehicle, and when he drove into rival gang territory, he thought the 2 men got out of the car to go tag a wall. Blacknell said that Cameron wouldn't have used his dad's car if he was planning to kill someone. He was shocked when he heard the gunfire. He stated that Cameron sped away as a matter of survival and not in an attempt to flee the scene of a crime. The prosecution painted Cameron as a wolf in sheep's clothing. They presented a stack of evidence in hopes of proving Cameron as an active member of the Rolling 90s and a willing participant in the murder of Justin Holmes. The evidence against Cameron included the following: a shirt with the name Milk in light blue letters, which was found in his Mercedes-Benz, pictures and videos of Cameron with known gang members wearing gang colors and throwing up gang signs, a Washington Nationals logo tattoo on Cameron's chest, which is meant to represent Western Avenue, a street that stretches through Rolling 90s territory. Other evidence included scenes from a music video called The NH Anthem. The NH Anthem is a song featuring rappers from various gangs under the neighborhood Crip umbrella. The rappers diss rival gangs and showed their allegiance to the neighborhood Crips, hence the title, NH Anthem. Cameron can be spotted in multiple scenes of the video, amongst a sea of gang members, sporting a light blue bandana around his neck. The prosecution went on to explain that Cameron would have earned status among the Rolling 90s if he ventured into A-Tray Gangster Crip territory and killed a rival gang member. The prosecution also showed a video that was taken by Cameron of gang members kicking over the candles at Justin Holmes Memorial. Javon Blacknell stated that Cameron was living a fantasy, and he was unaware of the real-life consequences of his choices. He went on to say that Cameron was influenced by music and movies. When asked about the tattoo on Cameron's chest, Blacknell said Cameron got the tattoo because Kevin Durant has one, and Durant is his favorite basketball player. Blacknell called character witnesses to testify on Cameron's behalf. All of them said they didn't think he would murder another human being. Jurors deliberated for nearly a week before reaching a verdict. The jury found Cameron Terrell not guilty on all charges. Cameron spoke to the press after the verdict.
I say rest in peace, Justin Holmes. He shouldn't have died that day, and
So this guy was a full-fledged gang member, involved with all the gang activities, including murder. But somehow, some way, he wasn't fucking held accountable for what the rest of them boys did. Nothing.
Every night, this been weighing on me every single day of my life. I don't have to explain myself to anyone. God knows what really happened that day, and God knows what was in my head that day.
The verdict caused national outrage and sparked conversations about white privilege and classism. A lot of people compared Cameron's case to the case of Ethan Couch. Ethan Couch was 16 years old when he decided to drive drunk. Ethan lost control of the vehicle and killed 4 people. During the trial, Ethan's lawyer argued that because the Couch family is so well off, Ethan never had
you don't like this, do you? You don't like this, do you, 916? No, this is reality, bro. This ain't no fucking victim. This is the United States. This is the United States of America. This is a two-tiered justice system. That's what the fuck this is. This is a two-tiered justice system. So now if you take this back to what the fuck we talking about with Charleston White bitch ass, you wonder why I calls him a bitch. Because he knows this as well. But yet, when it's reversed on the other end, oh, he need life in prison. He need to die in prison. No, fuck no. You bitch. Keep that same energy. Ain't nothing about racism. We about real. I ain't got no problem with no people. But we gonna keep that shit real. If Shorty had a knife, it was a reason.
Where these law-abiding, upstanding citizens have a heart for this white kid who was killed with a twin brother, a mother and a father. Their pictures with guns show a hunting image. His pictures show a gangster image, gang sign. And you guys want to play the race card in Collin County? Chill out, black people. Let's make this about right or wrong, because you don't want to go to Collin County playing race. You'll lose.
He's a bitch. Suck ass nigga. I don't know who the fuck watches y'all. Supports that fuck boy. I told y'all, but Charleston White is the Black Candace Owens. But you got this clown, another one, Wack 100.
That's what's
has been attempted to distance itself from Luce Cannon.
He's running with. Picture this nigga. Him to this nigga.
So Wack 100 says, I don't give a fuck what nobody says. You know, he's trying to paint this narrative, but he told on himself. In this video, Wack 100, like he always does, since he does all this talking, does all this lying, he told on himself. He tries to make it seem that he linked up with Luce Cannon because he wanted to help promote his movie or some type of show him and his wife had. But what you're gonna find out is eventually Wack 100 slips up and say that we paid Luce Cannon. They say, oh no, we ain't paying him. That's the fucking deal. You ain't gonna make that mistake. It's either you paid him or you didn't. If you didn't pay him, you ain't gonna say you paid him. But what you're gonna find out is that Wack 100 paid Luce Cannon to come on No Jumper and snitch on Big U. And snitch on himself in the process. So it's a guy talking to Wack 100. For some reason, they don't want me to talk to him. Because I'm gonna make him stand on that bitch shit he did.
Him to this nigga, him to that nigga. He found the work from New Jersey. Who served them case? Who served name in it? Where Big U
now you trying to pass the buck.
Nigga is named target number 4. Eugene Henry.
That ain't got nothing to do with you being on
social media. Act Big U1. He is a gang leader and supervising the distribution of drugs and guns from Los Angeles to New Jersey for the New Jersey 60s. These are the people from New Jersey 60s he's running with. Picture this nigga, picture that nigga, picture this nigga, picture that nigga. Here they identify him as the big cuz. And whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. 2 weeks later, all these niggas get cracked. They all in the feds. It's 2022. Why you still on the same line in 2025, homie?
But that's cool if a nigga doing his own dirt, but no, it's not. It's different. In the paperwork, this specific.
You don't got my name, but don't play paperwork for motherfucking lie, nigga.
Why would that
what?
be still the same line?
You don't, hey bro, hey, let me explain something to you. If you come to my podcast, right, and give a description of a robbery you did, don't blame me. That's you.
Nigga, beefing with is hot right now. I'm not gonna bring somebody on my podcast to make them more hot. That's police.
Hey bro, first of all, he was brought up there to promote Batty and the Beast.
Bro, once he started talking about Nipsey and them, you
nah, that ain't what I do, bro. Sorry.
Yes, he did.
I was like, oh, he was 60 Chris.
He called Nipsey.
Yeah, bro, you right. Let's be realistic.
You got me fucked up, bro.
You gotta be realistic, right?
He was 60 Chris, nigga. That ain't my responsibility, nigga.
Nigga's not jacking the same thing. And that nigga come on
don't matter.
It do matter.
In there holding your hand.
I'm not stopping no nigga from doing what he gonna do.
Now let me say this, right? Should Shorty be charged with something? Maybe. But not first degree murder. Maybe involuntary manslaughter. Something like that. A lesser charge. But he should not be sitting on a $1 million bail. A kid with a 4.0 GPA that never been in trouble should not be sitting on a $1 million bail. Facing life in prison. No.
Don't
get out of here, bro.
No. That's like, bro.
I can go with that too, though, Mo. I'm just trying to be, fair with it.
Battery in his back.
It's nice.
What battery? I didn't tell him to talk about it, nigga.
When
If you
niggas
come on a
call you
podcast,
I didn't tell him to talk about it, nigga.
I didn't know. You like what, bro?
I did know. That was 2022 robbery. I wasn't around neither one of them niggas.
he said he thought them niggas was lying.
Man, this nigga talking about he walked in and Meek Mills, all 15 homies from Philly, got out the way, took his jewelry out, and stripped himself. Nigga, come on, bro. That's
Nobody even brought that up. Nobody believed that.
You a motherfucking lie. That's in there too.
No, I said it. Nobody believes it though. Nobody's talking about Meek Mill jewelry.
Okay, I don't believe. Listen to me, bro. Nigga, that's on you. Nigga, I don't. You can't blame Tough. Tough, he was in. What you supposed to do? Tell me, hey, bro, stop telling the lie. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Not babysitting no nigga. Nigga want to come in here and beat King Kong. You want to come in here and beat Millionaire Bill. You want to come in here and beat. That's the fuck you want to do. You got me fucked up, nigga. I don't babysit. Them niggas is grown men with more kids than me. 40-something years old. I wish the fuck I would, nigga. Uncle Carl Root, nigga. We ain't from the same set. I don't know what you niggas got going on.
But he cursed.
Same game. Fuck out of here, bro.
Gang.
Nigga, I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a bro. What you want, bro? Bro, do you really think, hey, bro? Hey, bro, do you really think, bro,
Don't do it, you gang.
I go in here and sit at this table today. I got 2 enemies coming: a Roller 60 and an 8-tray gangster. Right? I don't know what these niggas gonna talk about. I don't know if they gonna start fighting. You know what y'all say? Hey, Wack, why you have them in there? You know they enemies. They both said they want to come up there and have a discussion. Nigga, that's what it is. Don't can look to me to be fucking Jesse Jackson. So if they get up there and start saying whatever they saying, it's Wack fault, right? That's what you're saying?
Nobody blaming you. I'm just trying to.
You just blame me.
I'm saying you a disruptor. There's nothing wrong with that. You
I'm a what? So I'm supposed to do what?
See, he won't have this conversation with me.
Master, homie.
I get it.
Like what
you orchestrated it. You're more media trained than him. Why would you get him up there and allow him to talk about this fucking crime when you know better? Maybe he didn't. But I think it was all planned. You know, I think that was the plan from the beginning, to get him up there to talk about crimes. Because Wack knew this indictment was coming down. Wack, Adam need to talk about that bug in those jump.
My brother. You sit down. If you want to talk about you his wife, this nigga want to talk about I shot your homie, that's they motherfucking business. Them was grown men. They been to the penitentiary. They got more kids than me. They just as grown as me. Nigga, I don't babysit no nigga. Listen, man, I know y'all think that this is some boot camp and that we screen people and we will get a call at 2 o'clock. Hey, Wack, such and such want to come in at 5. What we got coming in? Wack, the slot open. Okay, tell him be here at 5. We don't know what you nigga want to talk about. We really don't give a cameras on. Sign your release. Sit down. Let's go. Now, I don't know what you think this shit is, bro.
But you can't act like you don't know this background that you coming to interview, bro.
I don't.
You're bold-faced lying. You knew Luce.
I don't, bro. Hey, bro.
You know Big Baby background. You know these niggas.
I know who. I ain't never seen Brick Baby day in my life. You don't have to. I've never seen that man.
You know of him.
I don't. I heard of Brick Baby when he got the no jumper. I don't know nothing about this nigga. What are you talking about?
Nigga, Brick Baby gay. I ain't never heard of Brick Baby till no jumper.
Nah, nigga, I didn't hear about that nigga till no jumper, nigga.
I'm saying you know that nigga fake.
I know what.
Sit here. So why would you sit here?
I've never interviewed with Brick Baby, so now you putting the nigga on me.
I'm talking about Luce Cannon. Why you keep bringing up Big Baby? I brought up.
You just brought him up, weirdo.
Two niggas. I said Luce Cannon and Brick Baby. You know what they?
I don't know Brick Baby. I've never seen him a day in my life.
You know what Luce Cannon about? And you gonna sit here and put?
I don't know. I met Luce Cannon 2024 of January. He said, "Wack, we got a bag. If you can help us promote our reality show." Okay, when's it coming out?
About a reality show on there. You keep bringing up this reality show. That's what my
bag was.
Reality show isn't what got him locked up.
Hey, yo, Tough, is this nigga slow? Is it? He not
grabbing the paperwork.
Are you slow?
Can you read?
Can you read?
Hold on, let me read the paperwork.
So you're telling me in the process of him coming to my platform, he paid me, Tough. Nigga paid me a nice.
Williams later admitted to this robbery in the aftermath on a podcast, on the No Jumper podcast, after stating that Williams was Henley's right-hand man. Williams explained, so basically, he'll manipulate things, we'll go and do something, and then the same niggas we do it show up to the house like 10 minutes later as we trying to count everything, and we'll be like, how the fuck? Williams then said that Henley stated, well, we just gonna give like 40,000 back. Wack 100, who is a rival / counterpart of Henley for the Bloods, was also on the podcast and stated, and you know what you stated.
What did I say?
What did I say? I don't got the rest. But
so that's me running my podcast, right?
I can tell you what you said, though. You said, oh, you know what he was going to do, right? He was going to bring it down and make him pay the other 20,000. He was going to pay the 20,000 to them.
That's exactly what I said.
Giving them property back. For giving them.
So you mad about me running my podcast? But Williams stated the robbery, though, right?
It don't matter. You in the paperwork. You the one who gave him the platform. That's what got him locked up.
Hey, bro, and I'm going to give every nigga a platform that want to come tell their story.
You know what this nigga was about.
Yo, Tough, the nigga saying I'm responsible for what he decided he wanted to talk about.
No,
nigga, I don't give a fuck.
You in paperwork that's getting the nigga arrested.
I'm not. Huh? Hey, bro, I don't give a fuck about. Hey, bro, let me tell you something. Big you and fuck what another nigga talking about. I don't care. If his homie want to come talk about their robbery, you notice that they say Wack was there when the robbery happened. No,
it don't matter. It said Wack was there on the podcast. Like he admitted it.
Hey, bro, of course he was on my podcast.
He admit this shit to you. The feds would have never knew.
What do you mean admitted to me? He's on a motherfucking podcast.
He's talking to Wack 100.
And Adam
Wack 100. Wack 100 got caught in a lie. Because he definitely, if you didn't know nothing about none of this, activity, right? Why did you coerce Luce Cannon into going in debt? Like, do you say it? So what he'd take the money to give him the money back? Like, yeah, that's what he was doing. Wack 100 said that. So for him to act like he didn't know that this was even a thing, because that's exactly what it says in the paperwork. He lied. He lied. He paid Luce Cannon, and you're gonna hear him admit it, but then try to backtrack. He does that a lot. Wack 100 talks so much that sometimes he talks himself into telling the truth, but then he recants it real quick. Watch what he said. He said he paid Luce Cannon. They say, oh, no, we didn't. No, we didn't. We ain't paid Luce Cannon nothing. Yeah, you did, bitch.
Wack 100 asked for
and his wife.
Wack 100 gave clarity, not Adam. Wack said, you know what he was going to do. Not Adam.
Good clarity.
I ain't going to hold you, though. They can't go for nothing Wack or Adam say, though.
This nigga crazy, bro.
I'm not going over that.
Look at all fuck boys. Look at all fuck boys in there with him. I ain't gonna lie, I like rubbing Wack balls anytime he would ask me to. Like, yo, ain't nobody talking to your dumb ass nigga. Sit on the sideline, nigga.
You kiss niggas.
Nothing Wack or Adam say.
If I'm talking to you about some incriminating shit on national television, bro, and you supposed to be my man, or you talking to me,
That's not his man.
I'm be like,
that ain't, hey, bro, I got paid. Hey, listen, you stupid ass. nigga. I got paid. I got paid for a nigga to come to the platform and promote his shit, dummy. I'm not turning down my bag. I'm sorry.
Run your shit the right way, I think.
Nah, you can't tell me to run my shit the right way because my right way is give you a seat and a microphone and whatever the f- you do as an adult is what the f- you do.
Yeah, whatever you saying to that mic, yeah, that's yeah.
Nigga, fuck out of here, nigga. I'm not, this ain't church. I don't give a fuck what a nigga talk about. That's on you, nigga.
Yeah, that's bad.
Hey, yo, Tough.
That's fucked up.
Hey, Tough, I don't
That's like bringing a motherfucker to a party with you, and you let him get his ass beat, and you be like, well, shit, you know, I mean, he came with me, but I ain't even fuck with you like that. Like, yo, that's down bad, man. That is down bad for Wack to say something like that. So you brought him up to the platform and allowed him to crash out. Fuck out of here, nigga. That shit was playing.
Yo, Tough. Hey, Tough, watch this, Tough. I don't think he's getting it. If a man came to me January 18th, right, and said, Wack, I got a bag. Listen, I got a bag. Can you help us promote my reality show? What's that reality show? It's me and my wife. What is it called? Send me the trailer. Send me the trailer. Okay, cool. What's your bag? We got 30 for you. All right, cool. What you want me to do? For the next 3 months, keep us interviews, all the shit you can get us on that we can't get on. No problem. You want to start at No Jumper? Cool. You and your wife show up on this date. He sat down. This is the first time I seen this nigga in my life. That day was the first time I ever seen this dude in physical form in my life. And this nigga telling me I'm responsible for what the fuck he talking about. Nigga, you crazy.
He trying to say that's your homie, it'd be different.
Bro, first of all, my homies ain't finna do that.
Yeah, that's what I was
saying. Because I know what they gonna talk about. I don't know what a stranger's about to say, nigga. What are you talking about right now?
The person he talking about isn't a stranger. The person he talking about was your friend.
That is the first time I ever seen that man in my life was on that podcast.
The person, Big U.
I don't give a fuck about Big U, bro.
You were in the
if you expect me to have some amnesty for an op, I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna have no amnesty. Hey, bro, they from the same neighborhood.
That's his op. And that's the point. I'm not saying he meant.
They from the same neighborhood, nigga.
I'm not saying he meant your whole reason for that was to get at Big U, and it just so happened to be in some paperwork under Luce Ken.
Hey, bro. First of all, I didn't know he was gonna talk about a fucking Big U, nigga.
Once he started talking, you didn't. You were very intrigued.
Yeah, that's his op.
You can hurt him.
That's his op. What you supposed to do?
Thank you, bro. I'm like, bro, ain't this his nigga? Snitch on
let somebody come in here and talk about my op. That's literally what I said.
I'll let my op come in my interview and snitch on himself.
Look at them dumbass niggas.
I'll let my op come in my interview and
that's
touch
the
the
point. His whole point was to get at Big U, to make Big U look bad.
Hey, bro, listen to me, bro. Here go the point. I don't know where you from, but I'm gonna tell you this, bro. One, I'm not responsible for another man. Two, if two niggas for the same hood going at it, and I don't get along with one of them, I'm gonna let the other nigga call him a bitch, a hoe, all kind of shit, bro. I don't give a straight up.
That's not the same as going into crime.
You can't even use the video now. This shit got a cease and desist.
Bro, you know you like nothing. You know you like no, we didn't. No, we didn't.
What, David Ruffin? You saying for nothing?
No, we didn't. We didn't do. Who told you we did all that for nothing?
Look, I know with David Ruffin.
You do know it didn't come down to 3. Hey, bro, you do know it was up 3 months, right? You do know it was up 3 months, right, slow guy?
It's not
we get
right
paid
now.
every month.
It's not up right now.
It don't matter. We already got our bag. It didn't matter to us.
Listen what he say, y'all.
Bag already, stupid.
Pay Big U down.
Listen to him admit that they paid Luce Cannon to do that. First he said Luce Cannon paid him. But watch him admit that they paid Luce Cannon.
He got the bag. He already got the content. Nigga, we already got the money. Don't matter. We got the content.
So you don't like continuously get paid if a video is still up?
Yeah, but it's like tough. You gotta remember, tough. You gotta remember, tough. The bulk of your money is gonna come from the first 3 month run of it, right? Then it's gonna when you're doing shit every week.
What it got now?
How long was it up?
It's on national.
We had it up about 3-4 months. You know, we made our money. We made about $20 12, 13 a month off that shit. So we gave Luce Cannon. Actually, we didn't give Luce Cannon shit. Luce Cannon paid.
You hear that? We gave Luce Cannon. Actually, we ain't giving you shit. You fuck you did, you bitch. I don't even want to hear no more. I just wanted to get to that part. He's a fucking liar, man. Man, just get on there and lies aggressively. Like he's an aggressive liar. He one of them liars that try to scare you into believing him. You feel me? Like he one of the worst was. He gonna try to press you and scare you into believing his lies. But he just admitted that you did pay Luce Cannon. That was the play the whole time. Now the ploy was, we're gonna talk about we're gonna mention that. But the real thing was, we're gonna slander Big U. And Wack 100 participated. And Wack 100 knew about the play. He helped facilitate the play. And he helped get Luce Cannon dumbass locked up. And Big U indicted. That's what he did. Dirty motherfucker, man. One of the dirtiest out. They don't get no worse. Don't get no worse than no motherfucking Wack 100, man. I'm telling you. That man vicious. He one of them guys on the block that if he can't get rid of you, he gonna call the police on you. And man, he gonna call police on HS. You get you wonder why the fuck you keep getting locked up every time you come around. The Wack 100 out that bitch telling. Yeah, man, out that bitch snitching. It's fucking bitch. Yo, thing. Won't he talk to me, man? Somebody set that up, yo. Set up a conversation with me and Wack 100, y'all. I know somebody over the 100 side watching. Yeah, man. Set that up, man. Yeah, he paid him. Because he wouldn't have said that if he didn't. There's certain things you're not going to say if it ain't true. Like how he called himself the FBI and what we want, like he did on Vlad. You're not going to make that mistake. You're not going to make that mistake. You'll never hear me reference the feds in we. You'll never hear me reference the police in we. It'll never happen because how? How do you make that mistake? Mentally, I know I ain't the motherfucking police. So I can never talk about the police and say me or we or us. But Wack 100 does on Vlad TV. You said we worried about the wiretaps. We worried about them informants. That's what we are worried about. The FBI. You're not going to say that you paid the man that you didn't pay. That's just the reality of it. Man, I already know I'm on that shit list. I'm keeping it going. Fuck them. I mean, it is what it is. But, shit, we about 2.5 hours in. Shit, hey, y'all, we ready to end it. Time is 1:04. I gotta get up in the morning. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Support the platform. Cash App, Baltimore Swag. Wack 100 is a rat. Charleston White is the worst thing we ever seen in the black community. He need to be barred. For Charleston White, yo, to go up there on that platform, yo, and say some of the things he said, yo, that was very irresponsible, disrespectful, but it was intentional. Everything Charleston White does is intentional. To get up there in front of all them white folks and to put the whole blame. I mean, that's what they wanted to do, I guess. They wouldn't have called him up there for that. I mean, if they didn't want him to do that. He put the whole blame on that boy, man. You know what I mean? The whole blame. Shorty ain't getting no accountability. He even said we need bullies. Bullies build character. Yeah, but bullies also drive kids to commit suicide. Bullies also drive kids to commit crimes. Charleston. You don't forget that part. Like I told y'all, yo, he only tells the part to make black people look bad. That's all he does. He feeds stereotypes. He's not a spokesman. He's not the savior. He don't tell the truth. He feeds stereotypes. And when you feed stereotypes, it justifies mistreatment. That's what it does, man. That's why it's so profitable. That's why he got a machine behind him. Keep feeding stereotypes, Charleston. We got you. We got another bag of money for you. It's a sellout. But let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments. Another day, QG News, and I'm out.